Hi, my dear students. To continue with our classes on the subject of mathematics sequence and series, today we'll be discussing the summation of series. And as you know, I am your AKD sir in the classroom of classes with I Learn. Now, already you are knowing that sum of n natural numbers, that is, natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It's an infinite series, as you know. So we'll be doing up to n. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot up to n. And in the notation of mathematics, it is called summation of r equals to 1 to n. You know, mathematics is a kingdom of notations. This all big expression can be expressed in the notation of this thing. Summation r equals to 1 to n. And that sums up to n by 2, 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into 1. We have used the formula n by 2 whole into 2a, where is the first term, plus the number of terms n minus 1 into the CD, common difference is here 1. And that sums up to n into n plus 1 upon 2. And you have to memorize it. Next is Sn denoting the summation of the squares of the natural numbers, that is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square, you know. And in the notational language, it is summation r square r equals to 1 to n. Here, you cannot use the so-called formula that we have learned, because 1, 2, 3, these are in AP, but 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, this never falls into the AP. So for that, what we have to do is that we have to take the help of an identity. Okay, we have taken the help of an identity. So to find the sum, let us consider the identity 2r plus 1 whole cube minus 2r minus 1 whole cube. And if you work it out, it happens to be 2 in 24r square plus 2. So mark this equation as 1. Now because it's an identity, you know, so the both sides will be equal. If you put the values of r, 1, 2, 3 respectively up to n minus 1, and finally it is n. So press the values of r as we have taken. So if you take r equals to 1, the first one becomes 3 cube minus 1 cube is equal to 24 into 1 square plus 2. Likewise, if you put r equals to 2, this becomes 5 cube minus 3 cube is equal to 24 into 2 square plus 2. Like you know, if take r equals to 3, this becomes 7 cube minus 5 cube is equal to 24 into 3 square plus 2. This way. So finally, if you put n equals to n minus 1, r equals to n minus 1, this becomes this. And the last term n, if you put r equals to n, this becomes this. Now what we have to do is that we have to add it. We have added. So you see, when you are adding, this cancels with this cancels with this cancels the next term. Okay, so this will be cancels with this, and this cancels with this thing. So finally, what do you get? You get the last one 2n plus 1 whole cube, and the first one minus 1 cube. Okay, you got it? So that equals to 24 whole into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. That is your this coveted sum that you are going to find out. So 24 whole into this thing plus 2n. Well, and this is your Sn. So keep it as a subject. 24 Sn is equal to 2n plus 1 whole cube minus 1 cube minus 2n. Okay. Now just to simplify it, you know, 1 cube is 1. So we take minus 1 common. So this becomes 2n plus 1. So 2n plus 1 whole cube minus 2n plus 1. So take 2n plus 1 common. This becomes 2n plus 1 whole square minus 1. Solve it down. So it becomes 2n plus 1 whole into 4n square plus 4n. Next you take 4n common. So this becomes 4n whole into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. And what is that? This is your 24 Sn. Therefore, Sn finally, that is your this required sum, that becomes this whole thing by 24, that is n by 6 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Very important formula. This will be of good study. We will be using this one every now and then, occasion, and that becomes Sn equals to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole by 6, and you have to memorize it. Now, let us find out the sum of the cubes of the natural numbers. That is, here we denote Sn equals to summation r cube r equals to 1 to n. That is, in expansion, this will be 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus dot 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 up to n cube. As before, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, this doesn't constitute an AP. So, what we have to do is that we have to take some identity. Here we have taken the identity as r plus 1 whole square minus r minus 1 whole square, that becomes 4r. So, why don't you multiply r square on both sides? So, then it becomes r square into r plus 1 whole square minus r square into r minus 1 whole square equals to 4r cube. As before, we will be putting r equals to 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n. And this way we will be getting 1 square into 2 square minus 1 square into 0 square is equal to 4 into 1 cube. 2 square into 3 square minus 2 square into 1 square equals to 4 into 2 cube. 3 square into 4 square minus 3 square into 2 square is equal to 4 into 3 cube. This way. And finally, when you put r equals to n, this becomes n square into n plus 1 whole square minus n square into n minus 1 whole square is equal to 4 into n cube. Now, we will be adding both sides. This way, this will be nullified. This is already 0 and this is this. This will be cutting with this thing, This will become the part term of it. And that way, this is your sum. So, by adding, what we get is that n square whole into n plus 1 whole square is equal to, in the right hand side, 4 into 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, etc. That we had taken to be Sn. That is for Sn. Therefore, Sn is equal to the sum of these terms, okay, that which is n square into n plus 1 whole square divided by 4, because 4 into Sn. So, by 4, and that will be n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. So, n into n plus 1 whole by 2 into a square. But you see, it's a magical thing you have got. What is that? Sn is equal to summation of r cube r equals to 1 to n, and that happens to be in the in the parenthesis, What is there? N into n plus 1 by 2. And what is that? That is summation of r equals to 1 to n. That is the sum of the natural numbers up to n terms, and its square. So, this you have to remember. Now, let us work out a few problems based on the summation of series. Okay, taking the help of the formula that already we had established. The first question is, find the sum of n terms of the series whose nth term is 12n square minus 6n plus 5. What is given? Let Tn, that is the nth term, that equals to 12n square minus 6n plus 5. Therefore, Sn, what does it mean? Means the sum of the terms up to the Tn term. That equals to summation Tn, n equals to 1 to n. And because Tn is given, so that is summation of 12n square minus 6n plus 5, n equals to 1 to n. So, let us segregate it. Therefore, summation 12n square n equals to 1 to n minus summation 6n n equals to 1 to n, and plus 5 summation of 5 n equals to 1 to n. Now, as per the property of summation, we can find out this constant coefficient of n square outside. That is 12 summation n equals to 1 to n square minus 6 into summation n, that is n equals to 1 to n, and plus 5 n equals to 1 to n. Now, this is your summation of the squares of the natural numbers. Already you find it out. So, 12 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole upon 6 minus, this is the summation of the natural numbers up to n. So 6 into n plus 1 upon 2 plus 5n. Why 5n? 5 plus 5 up to n terms of it, that is 5n. Now a simple calculation, you can cancel this, nullify this 6 with 12, minimize it, that is 2n into 2n square plus 3n plus 1 minus here this cancels out 2 into 6, that is it is 3. Okay, so 3n into n plus 1 and plus 5n. Now if you simply solve it, okay, simply solve it and it becomes 4n cube plus 3n square plus 4n, and that is your answer. The next sum. So find the sum of the n terms of the series 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 7 square, etc. Mind you, n terms. So by observation it is clear that the nth term, that is Tn of the given series, will be nth term of the AP 1, 3, 5, 7 and its square. So what is the nth term? You use the formula a plus n minus 1 into d. That is, here it is 1 minus n minus 1, n minus 2 into 2 and the square of it. That is 2n minus 1 whole square. So expand it 4n square minus 4n plus 1. That is your Tn. Therefore Sn means the sum of the series will be equals to summation Tn n equals to 1 to n. And that equals to summation 4n square minus 4n plus 1 from n equals to 1 to n. Segregate it. So 4 into summation n square minus 4 into summation n plus summation of 1 from n equals to 1 to n. And it is the formula. So 4 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole upon 6 minus 4 into n plus upon 2 n into n plus 1 upon 2 plus n. So when you take this n common, so if you take this n common, you know, here it cuts. Here you can minimize 2 upon 3. You can minimize, that is 2. Okay, so n into 2 by 3 n plus 1 into n plus 1 minus 2 into n plus 1 plus 1. So just simplify it. Okay, so the denominator will be 3 and the numerator will be 2 into 2n square plus 3n plus 1 minus, here it is 3 2 is 6, 6 into n plus 1 plus 3. Okay, just you simplify, you break it up and you sum it up. That is, you simplify it and you get the answer n by 3 whole into 4n square minus 1. Now to take on another sum. This was set in the Roorkee Engineering College entrance examination in the year of 1979. Find the sum to n terms of the series, once again n terms, 1 into 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3 into 4 plus 3 into 4 into 5 plus this way up to n terms. So let us do it. So you know, by observation it is clear that nth term of the given series, that equals to nth term of the AP 1, 2, 3 into nth term of the AP 2, 3, 4 into nth term of the AP 3, 4, 5, etc. So the first one is 1 plus n minus 1 into 1. We are using the formula a plus n minus 1 into d. So that into 2 plus n minus 1 into 1 whole into 3 plus n minus 1 into 1. This way it becomes n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. So if you multiply it, it becomes n cube plus 3n square plus 2n. Yeah. Therefore Sn, that is the sum of that expression, you know, that is the summation Tn n equals to 1 to n, that is summation n cube plus 3n square plus 2n, okay, that is n equals to 1 to n, and that is this n equals to 1 to n and n equals to 1 to n. Well, and this is, you know, that n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square plus this is 3 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole upon 6 plus 2 into n plus 1 upon 2. So I am just taking n into n plus 1 by 2 common. So if I take this common, from the first one it becomes n into n plus 1 upon 2. From the second one it becomes 2n plus 1, and from the third one it is 2. So that equals to n into n plus 1 upon 2 whole into, just to simplify it, it becomes n square plus n plus 4n plus 2 plus 4 whole upon 2. That is, this 2 into 2 means 1 by 4 into n into n plus 1, and here becomes n square plus 5n plus 6. And factorize it by the middle term factor, that becomes n plus 2 into n plus 3. That equals to 1 upon 4 into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 3, and that's your answer. Now friends, this is the end of our today's class, and I request you to subscribe, like and share my channel. Thank you all.